Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to Lessons for Life Saturday night, reviewing the Eid in the Park celebration with the London Mayor today. What a day it was. Sarah, what did you think of it?
I think it was busy. I think it was good. We were under the Rumi's Cave tent. And that was quite nice because it was shady, comfortable. There were lots of acts there. Some that I really enjoyed.
Who's this?
This is Ruqayya Fatigue. She does spoken words, poet, very, very good, very successful. She started from a very young age and now she's doing really well. Some big brands have took Ruqayya to do a poetry for their brands, and yeah, she's traveling around the world. She's doing really, really well. Well done, Ruqayya.
Well done. Who is this?
This is my husband, believe it or not, Julian Moro. He does stand-up comedy. Would you like to hear these jokes?
What was your favourite joke? Best part of today, after performing my act, was hearing it back from Sarah, or the way that she remembered it. It's funny hearing someone else deliver your jokes. But yeah, what was my funniest joke of the day?
I mean, I don't want to ruin it for you. There were quite a few. Let me think which one was my favorite. Well,
obviously
I
wasn't.
did. Do I have to say the things that allowed to share?
Yeah, I don't know. It was meant to be family friendly anyway.
Yeah, you did say, can you guess my DNA? And then everybody was like, oh, you're Jamaican, African, Turkish, and you were like, I am the father.
Yeah, that was.
I'm the father, and my son is there.
That was my tribute to Jerry Springer.
Yeah, and then you shifted it to don't get your DNA tested. Don't put things up your nose. And,
yeah, don't.
That was a smart way of shifting it from one, obviously sensitive topics out there. So it was very smart how you touched up on what you put up your nose.
Yeah, tried to.
And who were partying while we were at home.
Yeah, all the politicians were partying while we were not allowed. I didn't see this guy. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. So I didn't actually see Sadiq Khan, but he was there today.
Yeah, he was there.
That's your friend with him.
That's from Ramadan tent, indeed. You did ask the people, how do you feel when a white people ask you, where are you really from? And it seems like they really sort of felt, this is the case always in London because, yeah, tell me, what do you guys think? If somebody asks you, where are you really from? How do you feel about that?
So this poet mentioned that, didn't he?
He did, yeah, he did. He was very proud of his Azan Ahmed. He was proud to be Pakistani origin.
Yeah.
He spoke about his, their history and how smart they are with education and so on in his poetry.
Mm-hmm.
So he was very proud Pakistani. Some people get really offended when you ask them, where are you really from?
And where are you really from? Owen Keeling, by the way, is watching, and he's put the Pakistan flag or the Islamic. Does that mean anything to you?
Owen Keeling, where are you really from?
Where are you really from, Owen? Feel free to jump on if you want, Owen. We can tell you all about the mayor's party in the Square today.
Julian, you also made a fun about Pakistan, that you visit
Yeah, I
Pakistan,
mentioned Pakistan.
and you said that you thought they would be very strict Muslims and they'd be like a test to blah blah blah, and you were the only
You know
person
what?
mentioning that.
You don't want to say it on YouTube.
Oh no,
Thanks.
let's keep the channel
Yeah.
clean.
We're on both channels, by the way. This is going out on your channel as well.
Oh dear, I need to be very polite to this.
I think
You need to be
it is.
kids friendly.
If anyone wants to join, just click the link in the description. It's also in the comment in the chat, and you can speak to us.
There was a funny comment that was made by one of the audience that were watching
Oh, yeah.
your comedy and seemed to really enjoy it.
Was it the only guy that liked it?
The guy, Julian made a joke, one of the lines saying that Ramadan, after a few years, 2033,
Yeah.
am I right? Would fall on Christmas Day.
Eid will be Christmas Day.
Eid would fall, sorry. Eid would fall on a Christmas Day. This is when you retell a story.
Yeah,
not like
you already lost the details.
And the guy went next to the next tent to us. It happened to be the crescent moon sighting.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of people that dedicate themselves to sighting the moon every month and deciding when the Islamic month has begun.
Yes, and he asked them, would it actually fall on Eid day? And they must have said
Will
to
Eid
him,
Day be on Christmas Day
will
in
Eid fall
2033?
on Christmas Day? They
Yeah.
said it would be on Boxing Day.
Looks like Boxing Day. One day out.
He did
10 years in the future.
He did come after you to tell you,
Mm.
Julian is going to be on. Guess what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were not so accurate.
He was a very nice man, and the only one that enjoyed my first performance. I did 2 performances today, both the same, about 3 hours apart, and the second one went down a lot better than the first one, I think, because there was more people there, and I was more warmed up. I was more into it.
Do you think, you guys watching, do you get upset if somebody make a joke about where, something about your country, something that comment about you? For example, Julian did mention how short some ethnicities are. Let's not mention names. It's up to you. That was your line. You can say it out loud here or not.
Yeah, but-
And
okay.
they found it really funny.
They
People
did,
really
because
laughed.
it's true.
So if you make something and it's true, it's okay.
Look,
If you make fun of someone and it's true,
if you make fun, I think as a comedian, if you make fun of everyone, at least they can see that you're fair. And if you make fun of yourself, they can see that you're dishing it out evenly. You're not just picking on one race or one type of person, or, I hate foreigners or something like that. If you're dishing it out evenly, I think people respect that. But if you are picking on someone because of something that they can't change about themselves, like their skin color or their height or their, I don't know, whatever, what other category you would care to mention, it could be seen as unfair.
is it getting more difficult year by year to be a comedian because of what are you allowed
What
to
you can
say
say, what you
and
can't say.
what you can't say?
Well, that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is it's becoming easier to be controversial because people are so easily offended. You don't have to say much for people to be a bit nervous, a bit, oh, what's he saying? And I was kind of playing off that, I guess. The tension in the room of, oh, can you say that? Can you not say that? While we were doing all of this, the main stage was very packed. At first, I thought we were going to be on the main stage. And then, well, at first I thought we were going to be in a small tent, like we were. Then I got a bit confused and I thought we might be on one of the main events. And then it turned out we were in a little tent. But that was fine. I think it was better that way because you get more interaction with the audience, but I had tried to sort of prepare jokes and lines that would work if you delivered them on a big stage. And then having done it once in the tent, I kind of adapted it, and I was not afraid to speak to people. Where are you from? Where are you really from? People were shouting things out
Yeah,
and making it a little bit more interactive.
definitely. I feel like a comedy like that, you would need like a room. You need an end, you know, where does it start and where does it end? Well, how could you, um, how could you get people involved in it? And today they did feel like they were part of it, you know. So I think I prefer that you were in a tent.
Yeah, I think it worked better, and that's what the original Rumi's Cave was like.
Yeah. And I think I also heard from other people that compared to other tents were out there, roomies were very like packed and full. We had Ahmed Ikhlas as well.
Yeah, famous poet
No, he sings as well,
and singer. Yeah, that's right.
and that also brought up more to it from people like loves to hear music, and obviously they can enjoy themselves
Yeah.
and be part of it.
You said you went to the original launch of his first album.
That's correct, yes, and I do remember it. It's
Wow.
quite a memorable event. And Ahmed Ikhlas is, he's very talented, very talented.
What does ikhlas mean?
Ikhlas
Sincerity.
is sincerity, yes. I'm done.
I wonder why he got that name.
Yeah. Your joke about coming back from Pakistan
Yeah.
as a Muslim and everybody just
Woman.
looking when you're saying woman. I think that sort of shocked them. You've sort of checked them with your jokes. DNA,
Yeah.
thinking that you did a DNA checking where you are from, and then you said you're the father.
Yeah.
Coming back as a Muslim woman.
A lot of my jokes,
Crazy.
a lot of jokes are lead people in one direction and then reveal it to be something. I mean, most humor is like that, isn't it? And you laugh because you acknowledge that you've been caught out, that you thought something and the reality was different. I mean, what makes a joke funny in your opinion? Why do we laugh at things?
I love when it actually relates to
Okay.
things that we do, and it's like it's true, as you say.
Okay.
Because there has to be some true in it for it to be funny.
It's
So
funny
when
because it's true.
when you make fun of me and my mom and no, not my mom. I
when
can't say
do
that.
I make fun of your mum?
I cannot say that. I
I
forgot that
don't-
live. When you
I
make
don't
fun
make
of
fun
us,
of anybody's mum. Okay.
not your mother-in-law, and say how we speak sometimes fluent English, and it's quite understandable to you. It's funny, like I do laugh about it. I laugh about all the mistakes that I do on the shopping lists and so on. It's just
Yeah.
it's funny. Like you either get upset or you laugh about it. I'd rather laugh about it.
Yeah, we can find humor in daily life, but it is interesting what's funny in different cultures. It's not always the same, and as you say, it's funny because it's true. My joke today about stereotyping a certain country as being short, it is true
It is true. It is true.
on average, not always.
Yeah, and they did laugh about it. I think it was actually funny.
Yeah, here's another. Oh, is that today?
It must be today.
Okay,
was
so the tent, you can
busy.
see us in the background.
Yeah,
This is a shot from the main stage looking out, and that's Rumi's Cave with the famous turquoise colour in the background. Yeah, I don't know how many people came. I think about 20,000 is my
it was very
estimate.
busy. What do you think it can be better, like organizing?
How could it be better?
How could it be better?
If they put us on the main stage.
I don't know. I don't know if the main stage is any better, to be honest. Like, look how busy it is. Unless if you are sitting really close to it,
Mm.
you would hear it. But then it was quite hot. It was quite a hot day. So if you are out there, the people performing are under a tent,
Mm-hmm.
but not the audience.
Mhm.
Not everybody that are standing out there. So I would enjoy being under a tent, to be honest, attending an event like that. I think the facilities are not wonderful. They're not the best. There were food there, but I don't think there were enough stalls for food, to be honest.
Do you think they should do this for other religions?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I think every religion should celebrate. I mean, we live in London. We're not living in a Muslim country, are we? Like,
I mean, there are things for Christmas. Obviously, it's a Christian country. There's Christmas markets here, there, and everywhere. But there's not been Hanukkah in the square
do you think
or
is there
Diwali.
there's Diwali is always celebrated widely, no? But not in the
Probably, but
square,
yeah,
you know?
there's not been like something like this in the square. If you did all the religions, there'd probably be one every couple of months.
I mean, maybe they're looking at the population of the Muslim community is quite big in London, really, really big.
And this is celebrating Eid al-Fitr, the Eid at the end of the month of fasting, at the end of Ramadan. That's actually not the most important Eid. So how?
This considered as the small Eid, and the big Eid would be the Eid al-Adha.
So why is Eid in the square at the end of this Eid and not Eid al-Adha, the Eid of the Hajj?
I think because we are after a month of fasting, and people are well aware of Ramadan now, because you will always have one colleague at least at your work that is fasting. So you're aware of Ramadan, you're aware of the Muslim, tradition at the time that they will celebrate at the end of this fasting month, and it sounds quite fascinating. And I think they would walk up.
All right.
And that's a goodbye from me.
And that's all from Sarah. But if anyone else wants to jump on, whoopsie, I've got an invader in the studio. Yeah, Owen, if you're watching and you want to jump on, you're welcome. We were in Trafalgar Square today. I should have tipped you off to come down, Owen, but I was so stressed out about my performance today that I didn't really acknowledge many people. I was in the zone. It went well. Should we have this for other religions? Why is there no Hanukkah in the square, or Diwali, or Vaisakhi? That's one of the Sikh celebrations. What do you reckon? There's Ahmad Ikhlas on the screen. That's me getting ready backstage, ready to go out and perform. I do get nervous when I do these performances, I'll be honest. I thought it would subside over time. The more you do it, the more you get used to it, but it's always there. But the difference between nervousness and excitement is just your interpretation, I think, the way you interpret it. Two people can be on the same ride, and one person can be enjoying it and another person can be petrified. Annabelle Rastrill is in the chat. Hello, Annabelle. I haven't heard from you for a while, mate. Jump on if you want. We don't have to talk about Eid in the Square, by the way. You can bring up anything you want. This is just a bonus live stream because it's the bank holiday weekend. I will still do something on Monday, and we're going to address the Sudan issue on Monday, but tonight's just a bit of a chilled one. And Owen's struggling to get on, but Omar, if you want to jump on, click the link, my friend. You would have loved it today. Omar in the chat is a fellow performer, a comedian, but also a poet, and sometimes a comedy poet. I think sometimes you got more laughs from your poems than your comedy, Omar. No offense. And there's your friends. Rukaya Sagal. You know Sagal, Omar, I'm sure. Great poet. And yeah, where were you? Why were you not there? You promised me that you would come down. You could have had a chance to meet Mr. Mayor. I didn't actually see him today, unfortunately, but he did come out and address the crowd at some point. Good old Sadiq Khan. And that guy on the left is the organizer of Open Iftar. Ramadan really was very widely publicized this year and celebrated. And although Sadiq Khan is Muslim and it's regarded as the London Mayor's Eid in the Square, I think the Eid in the Square actually dates back to the times of Ken Livingstone. So it's not just because he's a Muslim that we have a Eid in the Square every year on the Eid al-Fitr. Mohammed Omar. Omar, are you there? Omar, you're in the conversation. Can you hear me? And can we hear you? I'm not hearing anything from Omar. Omar, speak. Omar, I'm going to kick you out and then come back in. Come back in and try again. Don't know why you're not on there. All right, I removed you and I'm going to put you back in. Omar, can you hear me? And he's gone. I don't know. If anyone else wants to jump on, you're welcome. As I say, this is just a extra one. I didn't expect to go live tonight, but I thought as it's bank holiday, I'd give you a little review of how it went down at Trafalgar Square. I'm glad it's over. I shouldn't really take it to heart so much, but it is exhilarating waiting around all day to be performing and having to kind of motivate yourself for it. And it was the first time that I've done 2 performances in one day for a comedy. Normally you pitch up and you do it and it's all over. But today I had to wait 3 hours and go again, which the only thing I compare to that would be competing in martial arts tournaments where you might have more than one contest on the day. But yeah, it was worth it. It's good fun. Right, Omar, try one more time. Going to try and get you on so you can maybe you can do a little bit. We'll do a little bit of a Eid on the live stream, and you can perform one of your poems. That's Omar Triple T, accomplished comedian and poet. One of his most famous poems is actually about on the topic of forced marriage, which we did discuss on this channel before. We can revisit that at some point. Omar, are you there? It doesn't seem to be working. Anyone else want to jump on? Now is your chance. Freedom of speech on a Saturday night. If you want to come on and say anything, if you want to argue with me, if you want to prove me wrong on anything that I've said recently, you're welcome. Anything goes. Where's Annabelle? Are you coming on? Annabelle Ras Trill. Haven't seen you for a very long time, sir. You'd be very welcome. I want someone to come on and perform a poem or come and tell me a joke. I've been doing all the comedy myself today, and I will upload the video very soon. Probably, I did 2 performances, as I said, and I was thinking to edit it and chop it down and take the best bits from each one, but I think I'll just upload the second performance. I was much more happy with that. Although Sarah did say, "Oh no, it's both good, You did well both times," which is nice. But I think that the second attempt was much better. If only we got a second attempt at everything. Did you ever used to imagine that like Groundhog Day? You've got a day where you could do anything, and no matter what you do, it's all undone the following day. Yeah, wouldn't that be easier? Well, Omar, I don't know where you are, my friend. Shall we call him? Let's phone him up. We can get him on the voice only. I just want to check that this is still working. Let's see if he picks up. I'll be very annoyed if something's happened to StreamYard and it's playing up. Has he gone to bed? Shall we leave him a voice note? Let's say something to him. Omar, where are you? Give it one more time, my friend. Give it one more try. I hope StreamYard hasn't broken. That'd be very annoying. Yeah, and Owen's laptop is playing up. Maybe it's something about the internet tonight. It's not meant to be. He's gone. All right, folks. We'll wrap it up there then. This has been Leslie for Life, and it's been Dardasha. I believe this has also gone out on Dardasha's channel. We will be back on Monday night at the usual time of 10 o'clock, and I want to discuss the topic of Sudan. So if you are from Sudan, or you know anyone from Sudan, or you know anyone in Sudan, please put them in touch with me so I can speak to them at 10 p.m. UK time on Monday night. Thank you for watching. We'll do it all again soon. We were here and we're gone. Laters.